It said try another way of going live during your broadcast. I don't know what that is. Something down there. Okay. Okay. Come here. So I would do here, right? I hit that, right?
No,
Okay.
wait.
Yeah, I'm making sure I got it together. Give me 1 minute. I'm at to start over, but give me 1 minute. Do I hit this one? Okay, there she is.
Yeah.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you? It is such
I am doing well. Thank you for asking.
it is such a pleasure, and thank you for taking out the time to talk with me about your election. I really appreciate it, and
Thank you.
we're gonna go ahead.
Thank you so much for
I
this opportunity.
I wore blue since I'm in the presence of royalty. Okay, I wore
Look, I ain't
blue,
nobody.
honey. Huh? What'd you
I,
say?
I said, I ain't nobody.
Oh,
I
yes,
said,
you
I
are.
ain't nobody.
Yes, you are, honey. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump
Oh
in.
my goodness.
Um, what are your plans exactly for Denmark? You know, providing you
My
win.
plans for Denmark,
Yes, ma'am.
Denmark is definitely put the interest of the people first by referring outdated policies that we currently have that are not being enforced. Um, uh, and I'm talking about in regards to like housing, dilapidated housing, empty lots are well kept and well taken care of. Beautification. My plans also are to um, bring in a new police commissioner, oversight to our police department, to hire a new police chief. I don't plan on letting anyone go, but we just need to make sure that our police officers have what they need to keep our community safe. Other plans are to bring resources back to the community.
Your
Denmark is
connection
known for the
bad.
arts. So
Your connection is getting bad.
right now, is this better? Is this better?
That sounds better, but you're still stuck.
Is this better?
Uh,
All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do something. Give me 1 second.
I can hear. Okay.
Hear me now? Can you hear me
Okay,
now?
I can hear you now.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
ma'am. I hear you.
Well, like I said, awesome,
Okay.
awesome. So my plans are pretty much, and I do apologize for the connection. Uh, can you give me 1 second? Let me disconnect
That's okay.
my internet and then just use my phone.
Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second, okay?
Okay. Hi, Missy Perry. Okay, she doing it now, Judy. Okay. She's coming back in, guys. We had a bad connection. Okay.
All right, is this better?
Okay, I don't have a picture. Okay.
Is this better?
Yes, but you're still frozen. I can hear you though.
Okay. You can hear me really well?
No, I'm losing you again.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Get
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, we got all night. That's okay. Take your time. Try it again, Miss Berry. Okay. Bring them on camera. And Try it again, Miss Berry. Okay. Okay. Miss Berry going to connect with her hotspot. So give her a minute, guys, to come back in. Thank you, Judy. I'm trying to be like you. 1 second, guys. Miss Berry having a problem with her connection, but she's coming right back in. And thank everybody for watching. Thank you. She's coming back in. Yes, that's what it is, Shannon. She's getting on her hotspot, so she's coming back in. We want Eric. Who's Eric? Who? Strawberry Nikita. Nikita, don't start your mess now. 1 minute, guys. Miss Berry's coming back in. She had a connection problem. She's coming back in. Now, who is this that talking about I love you? I love you too, whatever your name means in English. Yes. 1 minute, guys. She's coming back in. I love you more, Shannon. I can't get it. Oh, my God. We're having a connection problem. See, what'd it do? Shut up, Judy. Okay, Miss Berry coming back in, y'all. We had a connection problem. Give us 1 minute. Let me see. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay. We're connected. Okay.
All right. Can you see and hear me?
I can hear you really good. We're gonna leave it here. I hear
okay.
You okay.
I'll take it.
There we go. There we go. Okay. What are some of the things you would change effective immediately if elected for mayor of Denmark?
What I would change effectively immediately
Yes.
is most definitely our police department. I will work with our police department to make sure that they have the tools that they need to be able to keep our city safe, to appoint a chief commissioner along with, well, a police commissioner, along with the arts director, because Denmark is known for the arts. So we want to bring back that artistic value, like with the theater, shows, and different things like that. The beautification of our city is something that I could take care of immediately. And also implementing youth recreational programs and improve our city parks. Those are things I could work on immediately. My other plans are to, of course, everyone's been asking me this question. Before we can bring jobs in, we have to fix our infrastructure. So we're going to start with putting a water treatment plant in our city so that we can start to attract industry and businesses.
Okay, great, great. That sounds great. Okay. Why would we trust you? What would you say that you would make us feel confident in knowing you will get the job done? Why?
I'm a strong Black woman who came into this community, saw the needs of the community, and asked no questions to jump in. I've been consistent with everything that I've done for this community, through the work that I've done through this. I'm just like you all. I've been a part of the struggle. I've been in situations where they were neglected. There were reasons that I had to fight even to save my own daughter's life. So to go through the lengths that I went through, not only to save her life, but other children's lives, and now working to help save this community, the love that I have for this community is shown just in my work. So the consistency of my work, people have always been able to depend on me. And the only way we can get it done is if we do it together.
Okay. Besides the water issue, what other things you noticed that the citizens of Denmark has been deprived of?
Oh, resources. They've been deprived from resources for so long people don't know what they look like. And it's not to say that people don't, like, they can't comprehend, because they can. It's just that the people here in the city have been told so long that we don't have funding. There is no way for us to get
Right.
funds, that sort of thing. So we want to make sure that folks understand that resources are out there and they are available. We just have to go after them. Can you hold on 1 second? Because my organizers are coming in and I need to let them know I'm doing a call. So can
Yes,
you give
ma'am.
me
No
1 second?
problem. Mhm.
Okay, I do apologize. Okay, I do apologize. I'm sorry. The election's tomorrow, so my house is kind of chaotic right now.
I I know, I understand. I thank you. I thank you.
But,
What
oh, no worries. This is very important.
what is it exactly that you want to do that you haven't seen done in Denmark over the last 10 years? What is exactly that?
Uh, number number one, let's fix our infrastructure, because jobs will not come to Denmark if we don't have the infrastructure to sustain it. And I'm not just talking about infrastructure with our roads. I'm talking about infrastructure when it comes to our water system, because we want companies to know that when they come to house their facilities in our city and in our area, the goal is for them to hire people right from our local area. So we tackle the infrastructure so that we could be able to withstand, the traffic and the new businesses that will be coming in. Definitely working towards securing buying downtown Denmark so that we can revitalize it. We don't want to make it a metropolis, but what we want to do is restore the historic value, but upkeep our business district to where we can walk the streets and go from store to shop, and our business revenue, all the revenue is going to
Right.
Orangeburg, Columbia, Charleston, Aiken, Augusta. We need that revenue to stay in our city. How is it going to stay in our city? When we beautify our city and we treat our city like we do our homes. We clean up our homes. Why can't we clean up our
Exactly.
cities? So those are two of the main things that we would definitely tack immediately, because the ultimate goal is to bring jobs to this area and to bring industry. And once we do that here in Denmark, it's going to help county-wide, because it's going to create a better Bamberg County for all
Okay.
residents.
For the ones that don't know what you have done to prove that you are a leader and you have the Denmark citizens' best interests at heart, tell them what you have done to help them already.
Oh, thank you. I will. So when I first moved here 8 years ago, I created an organization called the Saving Shanny Foundation. That was the first segue for me to get into the community. So once into the community, we would literally have to go to the homes of the families we were servicing. I started it as an effort to help nonverbal and verbally challenged special needs children. So we provided free tablet packages to children, special needs children in this entire in the entire city. We service the entire school district for Bamberg School District 2. I've also sat on many different councils and many different boards. The School Improvement Council, I was the vice chair for 3 years consecutively in a row. I've got two children who well, one is a graduate and the other one is a student at Denmark Olar High School. So getting involved and working with families and finding out what the needs of those families were was important. So bringing back resources, I talked about that earlier. That's something that I saw was a huge disconnect in this area. I moved from Charleston, where there's a plethora. I mean, you can hit a corner and there's a church that can help you. There's this that can help you. There's that can help you. But you have these organizations who've been struggling in these communities, trying to hold the weight of the communities, because we don't support the organizations that are doing the groundwork. And that's what I was doing, working with organizations, making sure that those organizations knew what they needed to do so that they could be able to secure funding to catapult their plights. I've also, I was on the advisory board for the Clemson Emerging Scholars with Bamberg School District 2. So I've done a lot of work in the school. It's just that when this water crisis came abroad, you know, I'm only one
Right.
person, so there's only so much that I could do. So I had to choose which of the two that I needed to work on. So I had to fall back a little bit on that area because right then at that moment, the public health was an issue.
Right.
So we brought the water crisis out. You know, a lot of folks had a lot to say as far as that's concerned because for the first time, someone listened and actually carried
Yeah.
through with everything that they said that they were going to do. So we uncovered the water crisis. We provided resources to be able to help us. Those resources were rejected, but we found other ways to be able to help residents until we can get in a position. I've done a number of different things here in the community. Secure funding to help, you know, pay people's bills. And I do understand that, you know, just like OCAB or Community Action Partnership or any other organization, even down to the churches that help people with their rent and
Yeah.
utilities. When you're out of funding, you're out of funding. You want to help as many people as you can, but you can only go far as the funding will provide. So making sure that, you know, folks had access to what they needed was the work that I've done. And that's just a brief
Yeah.
synopsis. I don't want to spend a lot of
Oh,
time on the work and stuff I've done, but that's just a little
but that's
synopsis
awesome.
of some of the work I've
And I
done.
have one last question. It was brought to my attention about the rezoning, like Wheat Street can't vote, Cotton Street can't vote, parts of Reynolds can't vote. Is that fair? And what would you do to change that? Or would you, could you? So every vote, I
Well,
think it's
let me
only
first,
right that if you're in Denmark, you can vote.
absolutely. So, Kipper, I'm going to show you something before I'm going to answer your
Yes, ma'am.
question. But this right here, um, I'm on my cell phone, so I
No,
apologize
that's
if it
okay.
looks a little weird. But this is Denmark's City Code of Ordinances. I know this book from front to back. Okay.
Okay.
So in this book, it also shows the role and responsibilities of the mayor. So on page 5 of it, it tells you what those roles and responsibilities are. And so with that being said, um, hold on one second. I got to get my phone on my charger. Hold on one second. I'm
No
so
problem.
sorry. We've been
No problem.
running all day. Hold on one second. I don't
Okay.
want the phone to die.
No problem. Okay.
I'm back,
Yes, ma'am.
Kipper. Normally, I don't do interviews like this.
But I do thank, but I thank,
Normally, I'm stationary and you have my undivided
that's
attention.
okay.
So I just thank you for this opportunity. So to answer your question about rezoning, what happened was in 2009, the city was rezoned.
Okay.
It was rezoned by the
Okay.
mayor and council. So basically, it booted out residents who lived on Wheat Street,
Okay.
Cotton Street, and parts of Reynolds. It also booted out people or students at Voorhees College and Denmark Technical
Okay.
College.
Go all the way back there.
So folks who
Okay.
yes. So folks who used to be able to vote in elections were booted out because there was a time where the mayor's property where he currently resides used to be outside of city limits. But he ran against a female during that time.
Okay.
And that female brought up the fact that he lived outside of the city limits and they rezoned the city.
Okay.
So that's what happened with the
Okay.
rezoning. So I feel as though, number one, if you're receiving water and sewer bills or trash pickup, you should be able to vote in these
Right.
elections. If you are not able to vote in these elections and you're receiving city services, then you are a resident of the
Right.
city. So what would I do to
Yes.
change that? Number one, we're going to work to rezone the city to make sure that those individuals who were booted out for whatever personal profit or whatever issue, I don't know the details as to why they made those changes. But the problem is, we should not exclude, not one resident should be left behind or left out in any decision manner when it comes to their city, especially when they're receiving city services.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to work towards rezoning the city to make sure that those residents who live on those streets are re-included so that they can continue, so that they can come back to voting. I remember some folks were telling me they remember when they used to live on Cotton Street and they used to could vote in
Right.
city elections. And they wanted to know what changed. What changes is whenever there are private meetings or there are meetings that are held, just like the ones that were held last year, when the water rates were increased without the public's knowledge in the middle of the pandemic. There's nothing you can do because we have a strong mayor and a weak council in this city, which means the mayor has the final say.
Okay.
So what I want folks to understand is just like they rezoned the city several years ago, if you look at the TND's most recent article, and if you haven't seen it, I'll share it with you. But that recent article from last week shows that the city council members have already begun to propose to change elections in Denmark. Can they do that? Yes, they can. But they cannot do anything because the mayor has to recruit himself because we're in a runoff.
Okay.
Number one, it's costing the city money. Okay. And with it costing the city money, right? That means that they have to pay for this election because there was a runoff. So with that being said, what people need to understand, if they do not go out tomorrow and vote for change and elect me into office, what's going to happen at the next council meeting, you're going to have your elections changed right underneath your noses. And when the time comes that you really are ready for the change, you won't be able to get it because they're currently already in process to make those changes. So that's why it behooves residents of Denmark to really take a deep dive and ask yourselves the question, if you really want change, you got to look past whatever issues you may think or you may feel you don't want to vote for me. Rather, if I'm not from Denmark or either I'm too young. I even had somebody tell me, I'm not going to vote for you because you're a woman. Okay, let me tell you, a woman can lead her community. And you don't have to be born and raised someplace in order to love that place. So, everything that I've presented to the people, we presented a very clean campaign. We brought facts. We came with receipts, and we provided to the people what they deserve. Now I ask the people of Denmark to give me the opportunity to be your next mayor, so that you give me a chance to show you what I can do. Give me a chance to show you what I can do, because if I'm not elected, everything goes back to the way it was, and nothing's changed.
Exactly. Well, I do thank you so much. That's all I have for you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Well, thank you so much.
I really wish you the best. And if Denmark don't wake up and see what's right, then I don't know what to say. But I thank you because you did your part. And we really do appreciate it, okay?
And I thank you so very, very much. And like I said, I love the people of Denmark. Y'all are family now. I walk around calling people cuz, auntie, uncle, grandma, Gigi. we family. You know, we all come from the same blood, and we just need to work together and realize that there's something that we need to do. And I thank goodness because I'm looking on this live right now, and I see our new police chief is watching right now. So hello to you, my friend,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Holman,
But I just seen it
Bernard
just now.
Holman.
Yes,
Yep. So for those who've been asking who I selected as the police chief, Bernard Holman was my choice. We went through a vetting process. We vetted a number of. We didn't just go out and pick people just because we had our
right,
picks. You know, you can't do that in
right,
politics. That's when you
right,
mess up. You got to get qualified individuals who can help you get the
right,
job
exactly,
done. Because I can't
right,
do it alone, and I need the people when I'm
right.
elected. So, Bernard Holman, thank you so much for joining. He will be the next police chief
Congratulations.
here in Denmark. And all of the other people who we're going to be appointing will be named later. But I just wanted to make sure to let you guys know that I'm all in for
Yes, and
Denmark. Y'all
we
got my
love you,
heart.
and we thank God for you.
Thank you so much
Welcome.
for having
Good
me,
night, love.
Kipper.
Good luck.
All right.